So I think then I actually fell in love with ceramics as a material in itself. So that's maybe why I've got a completely different approach and seeing it as something that can be applied to different application than the traditional one.
Federica, if you could please introduce yourself and your title.
Sure. So I'm Federica Minozzi. I'm the CEO of Iris Ceramica Group. The company was founded in 1961 by my dad, and it was already founded with some basic principles that were not so common at the time, particularly sustainability, innovation, and excellence in quality. So what I'm trying to do right now is keep those principles alive. So that's why we're creating solutions like active surfaces, which is a ceramic, and there are some other solutions like Design Your Slab, which give freedom to creativity to express itself. And we don't see it as a finished product, but I see it as a raw material, a material that I've got plenty of opportunities, very flexible, it's got amazing technological features. And if you see it as a material, not a finished product, not as a tile, you start working on the material itself and seeing it as something that can be applied to different application than the traditional one. So that's why we don't have this very conservative and traditional approach to things as our main competitors in the industry.
Here we are in Sassuolo in Italy, in Fiandre's amazing complex, the FAB, or Fiandre Architecture Bureau. There's a number of different showrooms exhibiting the products that they have in a huge variety of installations. In Fiandre's warehouse and manufacturing plant, they have not only an incredible process that's in place for the manufacturing itself, but also these unusual robotic machines that pick up and move around these large format porcelain sheets. Like Artedomus, Fiandre is very big on sustainability, not only in the processes that they use, but also in their creation of energy and recycling of water, amongst many other highly technically advanced systems and technologies. We have a close relationship through all the different projects that we've worked together, along with introducing large format porcelain panels to the Australian market.
What I love about Fiandre's products is that they have an array of different patterns, finishes, formats that vary from mosaics, tiles, porcelain panels that can be used for residential and commercial projects. What's important is the fact that you can use this in large commercial settings. You have a material that is almost like stone in terms of usage, but without the maintenance or fear of change in the material. Fiandre looks for greener solutions in terms of their production. They are one of the first ceramic producing factories that is powered purely by hydrogen. One of the grand innovations of Fiandre is active, a surface treatment that can be used on any of the tiles and panels that is antiviral, antibacterial, self-cleaning, and anti-odor.
The way that the active works is fundamentally related to the material that's baked into the surface, and it's what we describe as photocatalytic. What that means is that the material is in fact not involved in the reaction between the pollutants or contaminants, but in actual fact it allows the light combined with water to clean away the surface to make it a really easy product to look after. Fiandre's manufacturing process to produce their large format porcelain along with their lovely tiles that takes natural byproducts from other industry and combines them, mimicking the processes of a natural stone, to produce a fine grade, high density porcelain material.
So I think we think of this part of Italy and Reggio Emilia as being the bed of the ceramic industry. Could you just explain a bit more about how well connected the ceramic industry is to Reggio Emilia?
Yes, actually, I think one of the reasons is here we have one of the best raw materials, clay, Starting from the 50s, actually, after the Second World War, there was this wanting to create, wanted to produce, wanted to do something good for the territory. And that's why I think this industry has developed so much in this very small territory.
Another innovation in the slabs that I think is probably most impressive to us is the DYS concept, design your slab, the capability to literally print anything.
It actually came out from one of my ideas. I'm very curious, I'm very creative, and I was experimenting with some customization, and Design Your Slab came out, and I think it's been exactly understood for what it is, and that's very important. It's being used all over the world with this specific aim, and I'm very happy about that.
So one of the beautiful things about working with Fiandre is that their prints and patterns are available through a variety of different formats. This means that if you like a particular pattern and you want to carry it through in your project in different formats, in different applications, you can. That means you can use it on your floors, walls, and then into your kitchen bench tops, barbecues, facades, you name it, you can use it on it.
Fiandre and the group have been at the forefront of the slab revolution. Commitment to removing the harmful emissions from the production of the company. Maybe you could explain on how that technology was developed.
So back in 2017, we decided we wanted to do like zero emission project. But we had to work together for more than 1 year to create a specific machine because nothing existed that was able to go to absolute zero. So this allowed us to obtain some very important certification, which means that we're not only circular and responsible, but we look at being safe, not using any product in our production process that can harm either human beings or the environment. So, you know, that's just one example, but also as regards sustainability, my father started speaking about sustainability and pushing ordinary people to think about that back between the end of the 60s and the beginning of the 70s. And I think that was pretty amazing because, you know, natural resources are not unlimited. We have to take care of them, recycle, and be able to preserve as much as possible nature, because otherwise economy is not going to be a long-lasting activity. Right now, the kiln we have and the burners we have reach up to 50%, but we've already been working for a while with one of our suppliers to develop new burners that can actually work 100% with hydrogen. They have produced the first ceramic piece that has been, you know, cooked with 100% green hydrogen. Once we reach the 50% in 4 years' time, that technology will be mature enough for us to substitute the old burners and aim at the 100% goal.
Wow, and I think that's an incredible example of the long-term thinking that you have here, not just what can we make today or what can we deliver today, but how can we improve what we deliver 4, 8, 12, 15 years into the future.
That's for sure. That's what is motivating me every day.
Well, I think it's been a real pleasure for me to get to know you over the last 10 years or so since we've been working together more closely, and obviously our partnership between Artedomus and the group has grown significantly. I'm really excited about what we can do together in the future, and it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Ben. It's been a pleasure for me, and I always take you as an example of how we can create a partnership. It's not, you know, the company against the customer. It's not the customer fighting against the company. We need to understand each other and be able to work together to obtain the success we deserve.